of the talk series is focused on the fundamentals of virtual law practice. We have actually um, we have had some videos on virtual law practice, from the auspices of um, the Absolute Global Initiative. But we want to use this particular edition, this part of the talk series, to discuss the fundamentals of virtual law practice from the AGI perspective, and why we take into account the 5-year virtual law office model, which we have developed to promote virtual law practice for the benefit of Nigerians. So that is basically what we are doing right away. And I want to believe you understand every bit of what virtual law practice is all about, at the end of this particular talk series. We are going to do screen shares. You will see so many things about, you get to know so many things about virtual law practice in terms of the fundamentals, in terms of the basic things that you need to know. We need to know what virtual law practice really is, how helpful it is uh, for the lawyer, how helpful it is for the courts, how helpful it is for the clients, and how helpful it is for prospective clients. In fact, how helpful it is for the stakeholders in the justice administration system. And in order for us to drive home the message about virtual law practice, uh, for which this talk series is all about, we have decided to use the 5G virtual law office plus template. We decided to use it because the 5G virtual law office model is an easy to use uh, virtual law office platform. The reason being that it is built on WhatsApp. We have configured it on WhatsApp. We have also configured it on some other virtual platforms like the WhatsApp, Telegram, and Facebook. But we have taken into account the fact that the relevant directives from the NJC perspective, and the courts across the country all focus on service of court processes on lawyers via their WhatsApp contacts. And so, what it means is that WhatsApp, um, in fact, it didn't really just talk about WhatsApp. It also talks about the directives and the practice directions across the country. Also talk about the service of court processes via email, the email, um, the email addresses of of parties. But uh, our focus here is on the WhatsApp based service, and because we have a lot of people who use WhatsApp today, we have deemed it necessary to come up with a model of law office that will be very, very much useful for the service of court processes, for the transmission of court processes, for e-documentation, and for e-filing. Um, the office is also very, very much important for electronic case management system for uh, you can have your electronic case management system developed on your WhatsApp. So we've also developed a model like that as well. So that is why um, this part of the talk series is important. We will take you through some of the things that you really need to know about the 5G virtual law office in case you don't have an idea about it. This will go a long way to tell you so much about it. I'm going to do a screen share right away for you to have an idea of what I am talking about. Okay, now I want to go straight to what we have. Um, Let me go straight to what I think will be of benefit to us right away. Okay. Um, Let me do a sort of, let me go straight to where we can get it right away. Okay. Um, it is a part that is very much relevant. Now, our focus is on the 5G virtual law office, which is a law office configured on WhatsApp. We also have it configured on some other virtual platforms. So that is it. Let us go straight to the business of the day. The real business of the day is on the 5G virtual office. Now, the 5G virtual office, from what you can see on the screen here, is a model of law office that can help um, that can help the modern lawyer to practice as both a conventional and virtual lawyer. It works on WhatsApp with links to other online platforms like Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, Google, Google Themes, and World of View, Google Themes, Google Drive, in fact, Google platforms in general. So that is it. It is attached to the lawyer's uh, conventional law office with the same identifiable address. That's one unique thing about it. It has all the features of a conventional law office created in different offices with the use of WhatsApp embedded group features. The features are used to create the 5G virtual law office reception, the principal's office, the boardroom, library, law directory, and an encrypted secure client portal supported with um, a client's e-case file portal, as well as some other rooms in the office, like the litigation portal and the data protection portal. So these are the various features you have in the 5G virtual law office. The 5G virtual law office is, as a matter of fact, protected by Section 25 of the Cyber Crimes Act. Um, so it's an innovation, as it were, because it is an innovation, it has been protected, uh, uh, you know, to enable the developer have a benefit of the intellectual industry that he has put in developing the law office. Now, the 5G virtual law office is actually good for e-documentation and e-filing. Of course, you know very well that e-documentation is a process by which information is recorded in a manner that requires a computer or other electronic devices to display, interpret, and process it. Of course, we also know that e-documentation includes the mode in which documents such as text, graphic, or spreadsheets um, generated by software and stored on any magnetic media or disc or optical media, CDs, DVDs of old, of course, you know that is of old, as well as electronic mail and documents are transmitted. So that is it. So any mode in which these things are transmitted, any mode in which text, graphics, or spreadsheets generated by a software or stored in a magnetic media um, is transmitted is basically uh, uh, called e-documentation. You are electronically documenting the data, as it were. This is actually in contrast with a paper or hard copy based transmission of documents or documentation, as it were. So the e-document could be in a Word or a PDF format, as it were. It could be JPEG for images or any other format acceptable for the purpose of e-documentation as maybe described. Now, data transmitted through platforms like WhatsApp, email, Telegram, Facebook, of course, you know, um, supposed to be classified under the data which falls within the purview of that which can be transmitted by this particular mode. So it's important you know this, and this is actually where the 5G virtual office is unique. You use it for e-documentation. You use it to transmit document processes, word of view to court. Lawyers can use it to transmit processes, documents to their clients, and the court staff, the court clerk, or the litigation clerk, or the litigation court, other staff of the court can use it to transmit processes to um, the lawyer. It can also be used to serve processes on clients, on parties. So it is so unique. What's for for us, the 5G virtual law office is about one of the best things that has happened to virtual law practice in this COVID-19 era. E-document the virtual law office, the 5G virtual law office is used for e-court filing. Of course, e-court filing, as we all know, of legal documents from an attorney or party or self-represented litigants, as the case may be, to a court, or from a court to an attorney, and from an attorney or other users to another lawyer, or to other lawyers, or to other users, as it were, or to the users of legal documents. A lawyer, is a lawyer will find this platform very useful because of its easy to use functionalities and WhatsApp compatibilities. That is one unique thing about the 5G virtual law office. I must uh, draw our attention to the fact that even if the rules of court do not support e-filing in a particular jurisdiction, a lawyer may still electronically transmit his or her processes to the court for the purpose of filing. In this case, the transmission is made to the court of official who is also expected to have the WhatsApp contact of the lawyer for the purpose of forwarding the file processes to him or are in line with the NGC directives or any relevant court rules. And we must also note this, that payment for the filing of the processes is made by online transfers to the account of the court official doing the filing. And this is actually followed up with a proper documentation. Now, in this case, upon making the payment, receipts will be issued, and the court official is expected to file the processes and scan same, as well as forward the said processes to the lawyer in line with the NGC directives and the rules of court, as well as some practice directions which some of the courts use in their day-to-day justice administration system. By the NGC directives of, by the directives of the NGC, and we must understand one thing here, that this approach will also suffice as a proper service to the lawyer for and on behalf of his or her client. This goes to tell you that the NGC has endorsed a virtual law practice by virtue of this particular practice. And coincidentally, the 5G Virtual Law Office has also come up to support this approach of service of court processes. So we must know this. It is important that we know that today in Nigeria, you can serve parties originating processes via their WhatsApp contacts. We are not talking about just cancel to cancel service of court processes via the WhatsApp contact. We are talking about serving originating processes on parties via their WhatsApp contact. That's one unique thing about the WhatsApp-based service, which the NGC directives now support, for which we now have the 5G Virtual Law Office that has been developed to take care of a lot of these things to aid virtual law practice in Nigeria. So there is nothing like, okay, there are no rules that we can follow. The rules are there. It must be mentioned that this approach is in addition to the procedure for filing and service provided by the rules of court. So there is really nothing to worry about when it comes to practicing as a virtual lawyer. Now, there are some questions that we need to ask here. Can a lawyer do e-filing and e-documentation in our courts, even if there is no technology for it in the courts? This is a question, and the answer is yes for e-documentation and e-filing and e-endorsement. Of course, e-documentation is done by lawyer through his or her phone, pad, or computer. However, as an answer to the above question, we must know this, that e-filing will only take place between the lawyer and the court staff doing the filing on behalf of the lawyer. The real filing is done manually. When the court official finishes filing the process, he or she is expected to scan and send them to the lawyer. And the court official, as a matter of fact, may, after filing the process, be instructed by the lawyer to serve the file processes on the other party, as the case may be. So there is no wahala, there. It is as easy. It is as simple as ABC. Now, this is how technology has come to make practice a fun for lawyers. A lawyer need not be in court or send his or her secretary to the court for filing processes, for the filing of processes. Everything can be done with his or her phone, pad, or computer, provided there is an internet-enabled device there. That is it. And that is actually what the 5G Virtual Law Office is all about. If you have any question concerning how to configure your 5G Virtual Law Office, how to have the various rooms configured in your 5G Virtual Law Office, how to set up your links, how to set up your law directory, your reception, your boardroom, whatsoever feature that we have in the 5G Virtual Office developed on WhatsApp, you can always contact us at any time. You can go to, you can proceed to Google and search uh, um, apps, the AGI practice course. You can search AGI Affiliate Global Initiative. The contacts of Affiliate Global Initiative is there online. It is something that you can actually do is to aid law practice. This talk is actually designed for continuous professional development. Is something that will help our practice and make us become very much productive as we practice law. Okay, so I want to believe we are there already when it comes to understanding um, this model of law office. I want to believe you understand every bit of what we have discussed here. If you have any question about how to use a 5D virtual law office, you can always reach out to us at any time. We are not advertising it for the sake of making money with it. You're setting up the 5D virtual law office. The steps are there, they're online. If you have any question, you can ask us. We've um, highlighted, we have stated the steps there in our previous videos. I know some people, some lawyers may have some questions concerning how to use them. So it's important that we make ourselves available so that you can ask your questions about it. It's not a money-making venture. Absolute Global Initiative is a non-profit organization established with one of its objectives um, aimed at promoting continuous professional development through the organization of through organizing workshops, seminars, and some other training programs. At this point, I think I'll have to draw the curtain close. Thank you very much.